back to the channel. Metal Marty back with another video. Guys, this is part 2 of the demo tape video I've done. I did one that Gary from Cryptic Blood sent me a bunch of demo tapes of Irish metal bands from the Northern Ireland and from the Republic as well. So I did part 1. If you haven't seen it, I'm going to link it. It's worth checking out if you're into old school metal like myself and a lot of people from the 80s and 90s. What I'm going to show you today is I've got 3 cassettes and I've got a CD which is on in the background. Don't know if you can hear it or not, but it's pretty excellent. I love it. It's really excellent now. So yeah, so Gary sent me a bunch of CDs. Gary from Cryptic Blood. I'm sure everybody knows Gary. Well, not everybody, but a lot of people know Gary. And then he sent me a CD as well of this band here. I'll tell you about them in a minute. So yeah, this is going to be short and sweet. First two bands are grindcore tapes. Now, as Gary stated here, Gary's notes here, he gave me some notes just to help me with the bands. Some of these are a bit rough. The first band I'm going to show you is a band from Dungannon in County Tyrone in Northern Ireland, if anybody knows Dungannon. This is grindcore. Gary says he bought this back himself in 1992. Couldn't find a lot about this band, as of a lot of the bands, because this is as underground as you get. So this came out in 1992. So the band in question is Septicema. Does anybody from UK or Ireland or anywhere remember this band? So this is pure grindcore. Definitely into what would you call it? Old Napalm Death, that kind of stuff. Like this is pretty rough. Gary did say to me here, it's a bit rough, but it is what it is. Worth having a copy. And yeah, it is very rough. It's a tough listen, but I didn't dislike it. Like, I love all this old school demo stuff. That tape's going crazy in the background, or the CD. But yeah, Septicema, Twisted World. There's a Twisted World. It is Twisted World. But yeah, Gary does a really good job on these covers and that. Like, how old school and DIY can you get? This is the cassette. There's quite a few tracks on this. There must be 20 odd tracks on it, but it's grindcore, as you can imagine what it's like. But yeah, very cool little shell as well. Copyright 1992, Septicema. So these guys, is there any details? Yeah, you've got 3-piece bands. So the bass player and vocalist was called James. There was a Terry on guitar and vocals, and Paul was the drummer. So there. So if anybody recognizes that name around, let me know in the comments. Septicema, Twisted World. Don't know, but not bad. It's grindcore. It's rough, very rough, but it's listenable. I mean, it's not something you're going to put on a lot, but it's just nice to have in the collection with all the demos. I love these demos, as I've stated 101 times. Okay, next up is actually a band from Dublin. This band is another grindcore band. This is really rough, but I actually prefer the songs on the Killer Crust than I do on the Septicemia. Prefer the songs on this, although the quality of this is even worse. It's as rough as a badger's arse. But yeah, it was worth a listen. I enjoyed it. I could make out enough in it to like the songs. So I'll show you. This is on an old Sony cassette. Let's see what Gary said of this. Not sure if the recording is 100%, but he thinks it is. There's enough of it anyhow. It's grindcore. It's got a heap of songs. There's no information about the band, but this band are from Dublin. Killer Crust, Make Mine Crusty, from 1988, even older. Does anybody remember this? So there's contact address on them for Spencer Villas, Glenageary, County Dublin. Warzone Records. Don't know if you can make all that little small stuff out there, but yeah, very cool. Just very nice to have if you're into old school stuff like us older metalheads are. And I just think it's very cool. It is very rough, but it's still, the songs are still there, and I do actually like the songs, as I said, rather than the other grindcore one. So Killer Crust, Make Mine Crusty. I was going to say Stay Crusty. Cool. So yeah, nice one, Gary. Thanks for those 2 cassettes. Now on to the better stuff. Oh, sorry, I forgot to say, Killer Crust had their little lyric sheet with them as well. Quite honest, it won't make much of a difference to you listening to it. But yeah, but if you're into reading the lyrics about what they're singing about, it's grindcore, so you can imagine the topic of conversation. Very good. But yeah, where is the one I want to show you now? This is a band from, these are from Coleraine. A lot of good band. No, it's not, sorry, not Coleraine. I apologise. It's on the other side. So this is a band from Oma. Now, a lot of bands, I think there was a couple of other bands in the Oma one as well. So this is the cassette. I will show you it inside in a second. But this is Old School Death Metal. So Gary says he bought this in a shop in Oma as well. He said the tape is very degraded. It drops down and a lot of stuff. I thought it was actually my player was eating it up or something, but it wasn't. So he was just glad to get it copied, and I'm glad to get a copy of it. Because once it gets going, it's really, really, really good. Old school death metal. Lots of kind of evil sounding death metal. There's a bit of Morbid Angel in it. Old school Morbid Angel in it. So the band in question, is called Suffrage Under the Gallows Hill. So yeah, very cool. Very cool. Let's try and see what it says. Yeah, so it was a 4-piece. Bass and vocals was Floss. Guitarist was Chris. Guitar and vocals Andy. And drummer was called Liam. And then there's, in the Thanks To section, it says, thanks to Marty for backing vocals. I don't remember doing it. Maybe I was drinking back then. I don't know, but I can't remember doing it. But yeah, no, only kidding. Old school death metal. And this is really, really good. I would love to have a perfect copy of this because it's really, really good. So if anybody knows or heard of Suffrage from, where I say the boys were from Oma. Excellent. Gary said, fun fact, that it's called Under the Gallows Hill. Now, Gary said that he lived in an area near this back in the 90s with a place called the Gallows Hill where they used to hang prisoners. Coincidence or not, about a 5-minute walk from me, less, 3 minutes if you're feeling good, there's a place called the Gallows Hill. And in a similar situation, they used to hang people on it because there was where one of our national schools is on the far side of town. There used to be a prison, a male prison, and now it's a national school. But apparently they brought prisoners from that male school under the town to a tunnel to the Gallows Hill for hanging. And it's just up the street from me, really. It was a place where we used to hang out and listen to music, like, you know, when we were growing up listening to metal. And it's called the Gallows Hill as well. So, has anybody else got a Gallows Hill? But yeah, Gary had one in Oma, and we have one here in Cavan Town as well, the Gallows Hill. So yeah, fun little bit of information. Back to the music. The music's great. I really like this. I really, really dig this tape. This will be getting more spins. Lose a bit of quality here and there, but that's what demos are all about. Do you know what I mean? This is such nostalgic stuff to have, and I'm delighted to have it. Nice little bit of artwork on the cover. There's a bit of a noose there. I don't know if you can see it. And a gallows pole. But yeah, really good. Absolutely, really, really good. As I say, it's a pity about the little dropouts in it and that, but still, it's a good listen. Definitely for sure. So yeah, cheers, Gary. Suffrage Under the Gallows Hill. Cool stuff. Okay, last but not least, but very not least. I don't know if you can hear in the background. It's on my CD player. There is no remote, so if I get up, I'm off the video and that. But hopefully you can hear a bit. If you don't, maybe Google it. I don't know if it's online or anything, like, you know. So I need to look back for these notes on this band. But this band were from Belfast, I think. Carrie Duff. It's Carrie Duff. It's Carrie Duff in Belfast. Carrie Duff is in Belfast. When you're good, you're good. So this band is called Devil Makes 3. They are on Encyclopedia Metallium. Some of them were, some of them weren't. So this is called Voice of the Underdog that we're listening to. It's a 3-track demo from I have to look again. I think it's 1992. Oh, sorry, 2002 and 2003 demos. Where am I going with the 90s? But yeah, excellent stuff. Metallium has them down as progressive metal, death metal. Don't hear a lot of death metal. The vocals are a bit deathly in place, but it's just very groovy, very trashy, very progressive, very good. It's got some excellent guitar players. I don't think I hear the solo here. It's excellent, and I love the vocals. I don't know who it reminds me. It reminds me a bit of Dez and some of them from Cold Chamber. Cold Chamber, is that the band? Not my cup of tea band, but he just reminds me of that vocals. So this is, apparently these two demos come out on kind of cardboard slippy covers. So Gary has them, but he did up this 2-pack of me with a one of those double CD packs, which is very cool of him. So inside one you get the first demo, which is Voice of the Underdog, as I said, and then on the second side you have got, I can show you this cassette, Caution. Is that the name of it? So it seems a weird name. I thought it was something different when I read earlier on. Caution will cause you neck injury. Snappy title. But yeah, that's the CD. The other one looks pretty similar that Gary's made now. But yeah, excellent. This is the 4-track EP, or 3-track EP as well. There's 2 3-track EPs. Came with a little kind of bit of a flyer in it. Heavy metal just got heavier. It's really good, heavy, groovy, heavy metal. With some great guitar work in it. So yeah, these guys are from, what I said, carried up from Belfast. Excellent stuff. Apparently these guys, I think on the Metallium they're down for having an EP, and then apparently they were all set for an album, and it was just scrapped. I don't know why, but yeah, I would have loved to hear it, because this is excellent. This is really, really good. So who's in the band? This time you've got Gavin on guitar, you've got Paul on drums, Dave on bass and vocals, and then I'm back again. You've got Marty on guitar and vocals, Carrie Duff. Excellent stuff. There's a little cool picture of the boys there. I don't think you're going to make it out, but yeah, whatever happened to the guys from the Devil Makes 3 band? Voice of the Underdog. Really good stuff. Really, this is my favourite out of the whole bunch, I think, that Gary sent me. Now, I had some great ones in the last one. Maybe not the Monolith was fantastic, but this is really good. All tracks written by Marty Robinson. Not that Marty Robinson. Paul Duffy, David McCallum, Marty Robinson. Excellent band. Really, really good stuff. If you come across this, or mentioned that Gary might have more of this, because it's definitely worth checking out. Them boys could have went a lot further. Maybe they did with somebody else. So let me know if you know Devil Makes 3, Voice of the Underdog. Good stuff. That's it, guys. Hope that was short and sweet. I wanted to get that in because the Pillow Talkers are back. Apparently, if this storm subsides a bit in Cavan, there's a bit of a storm apparently forecast that's going on at the moment. I think the Pillow Talkers are back for another video, but that's it, guys. That's the 2 videos of the stuff that Gary sent me. He also sent me a bootleg of Metallica, Damage Incorporated, something that could be the Puppets tour or something like that. Really cool, nice to have. It's up in the Metallica collection. And he sent me that a bootleg of Sodom. I wanted to keep this Irish metal bands in this. That's why I didn't show them. He sent me a bootleg of Sodom live in, I can't remember where the fuck it was now, but I know he sent it to Johnny Mac as well. And Johnny Mac has done some videos of Gary sent him, and Mark G with a C got some stuff as well. So expect some videos from Mark as well, if not already. But yeah, so once again, thank you, Gary. Love getting this stuff, man, and I'm gonna make it my business next year after Christmas to just try to dig up more old demos and stuff, because I just think it's pretty cool in your collection, and it's a good talking point if someone comes into your house going, oh, remember this? Have you heard this? You know what I mean. But yeah, good stuff. Thanks everybody for watching. Thanks everybody for subscribing. Got more new subscribers, so anybody that's new, welcome to the channel. Get involved, comment on the stuff, let me know. If you want to see other videos from my collection, let me know. Simple as. Cheers. Appreciate you all. Talk to you all in the next video. Thanks a million. Bye.